Can anybody tell me, when did getting a new smartphone require a mortgage? I don't remember that. It wasn't like that when I got my iPhone 4, 4S I should say, which is what I have currently. Until today, I finally got what I wanted. I've always wanted an iPhone 5 because I'm tired of going to Burger King and seeing the guy who's making my Whopper has a bigger, fancier phone with a screen twice the size of my own. And here I am, a business owner of several websites, a retail store, a warehouse, and every other thing that you could imagine. Someone in their low 40s has a smaller, less sophisticated telephone than the 18-year-old who's cooking my dinner for myself and my family. It's kind of comical, actually. But anyway, I got to talk about it because it really irked the hell out of me, man. And I'm sure it irks a lot of people. And I have a lot of reflection on this particular subject because I'm from the old school where I used to sell cell phones, where actual stores sold cell phones before they had their own, shops and kiosks popping up in the flea markets and the shopping malls, and then they opened up their own stores, and then they basically took over the whole world selling their own products and cut out all the middlemen and everybody who can make a living or create any kind of existence as a third party. So here I am now as an outside person looking on the inside. So here's my story, and I think it could save a lot of people a lot of money because I went through the frustration, as many people like you, I'm sure, have done the same, where you want to get a newer phone. Not a big deal, right? Now, for me, I'm a business owner, so whenever I want to upgrade my phone, I look at it as a business venture and nothing else. I don't look at it as a luxury. I'm not one of these psychopaths that lives on their phone. He's always on the phone. When he's out with his friends, he's on the phone. And he's walking on the phone. He's working out at the gym on the phone. That ain't my style. That ain't my thing. What is my thing is that I use my phone for all my media. For when I'm on when I'm at the gym, I listen to my music. I have all my apps. It controls my home stereo, my car remote, my home stereo. It controls my lights on my house. I mean, it controls literally everything. I can call NOAA if my boat is sinking out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, you just literally cannot live without these devices, as everybody well knows. So for me, I had an iPhone 4S. I did an upgrade 2 years ago from an 8 gigabyte to a 16 gigabyte. Now's the time. I'm running out of room. Myself, I'm a big avid reader, and I'm also an avid walker. So when I do walk, I like to have a lot of audiobooks at my disposal. And I can only listen to the same Earl Nightingale and Brian Tracy books so many times before they get boring. So I says, you know what would be really nice if I had a larger capacity and I can keep what I have and add to my collection and have it all on my one phone without having to worry about always constantly recycling and deleting the stuff. So I went for the 64 gigabyte. That's what I wanted. So when I went to AT&T, here's actually a shot of AT&T's website, and this is what it looks like in order for me to do an upgrade for what I want, which is an iPhone 5S 64 gig. Whatever color, it doesn't matter. They got two choices. They have the next plan, which is one way they can screw you, or you can do a 2-year contract, which you can see is another way they will screw you. Now, I've been a contract member for AT&T now for over 14 years. I mean exclusively. I've never switched, bounced back and forth, or none of that kind of stuff. For these years, one company has been my cell provider. When the time comes, this is what they say. You will not receive mobile share value discounts if you choose this option. My plan just went down recently from $75 a month to $35 a month because the plans are becoming much more affordable because of, an active market, and T-Mobile's getting more aggressive, and Sprint's got their deals, and Verizon's going crazy. So the plans are coming down, which means when you want to get a new plan, there's really no money for them to make up the difference so they can charge you for the phone. It used to be a free phone. I can understand that the phone like this is very sophisticated, costs a lot of money. However, if it's worth $849.99 plus $50 activation plus $35 for a SIM card, I'm looking at almost $1,000 to get a new cell phone, man. Holy shit. Okay? $1,000. We're talking $1,000 for a cell phone. I mean, wow. I mean, you got to take a breath. I mean, dude, we are talking about a phone. I mean, listen, I got a quad-core Intel i7 processor with a 35-inch LCD monitor I'm looking at to create this video. It didn't cost me that much money, okay? This is a 4-inch telephone. So let's keep it real. So here's what I found after calling them up many times. I figured I'd get one person and they wouldn't be, very forgiving, so I'll hang up and I'll call up the next person, and maybe that person will do something to the supervisor or tell me something I want to hear. It turns out that they all basically told me the same exact thing. I can't get what I want. If I want to get the deal, I have to pay $850. COD, give us your credit card number because there's no will bill you. You know, I can understand that as well. Plus, there was a $50 activation fee, and plus, they didn't even mention that the SIM card from this phone does not fit my old one. My new phone, which the Model 5 has a smaller nano size SIM card. This one has what's called the micro SIM card, so that's another $35 thing. So here's what I've done, and hopefully you guys can take my advice and learn from my wisdom of going through this pain and aggravation. If you want to get a better phone, give up on calling and complaining, because the days of calling up and complaining and saying I'm going to leave and it ain't going to work. The only way you can do it, from my experience, is this. I went around because I could not believe for hours and days and weeks. I paced around the office thinking to myself, how could this possibly be? I'm not a sucker, and I'm not going to be getting this next plan, which I'll explain to you what this means. Every 18 months, you take your phone, you pay them this amount, which, by the way, if you did this for 2 years, it would turn out to be exactly $850. So there's no savings. So what it really is, it's kind of like phone crack. You have to get back. There is no deal. The deal is there is no deal. Or you could sign up for a 2-year contract, pay full price, and take it that way. But either way, you're going to take it, okay? But here's another way you can do it. You can go onto eBay. I believe that this company, I can't say for sure because they're very, very good with their anonymity, I should say. I can't say the word anonymity. I believe this to be the manufacturer at AT&T who does all the refurbishing for their products. And when you do an upgrade or if you need a repair warranty service, I believe this is the same company who's doing that service, who's also doing the warranty work. Now, the same phone that you saw over here for $850 now is $349. Okay, plus I get $7 back, so really I'm netting $340 just over $340 for the same phone. The SIM card I actually just did a video on because you can take your card, cut it down, and make it fit into this phone right here yourself for free. So literally all you have to do is just basically buy your phone, work on your SIM card, miniaturize it, stick it in the slot for the SIM card, and you're done. So for me, my phone cost me just over $340, which I explained. My iPhone 4S, which I have no need for anymore, I've already done a comparable sales lookup on eBay, and with the box, the manuals, all the little gadgets that I have on it, and the condition that I keep my product in, I know I can get about $240 for my phone. So literally, I'm in the hole for $100 more, and I'm getting 50 gigabytes more of content, and I'm getting the newer, later, greater phone. And of course, my newer, better phone is going to have a better value because it's a much more desirable product than last year's model. So it's a win-win. So literally, it's no outlay out of my pocket for my new product to get the phone that I should have without getting ripped off by these people. And believe me, I've called Verizon, I've called T-Mobile, I've called them all. They all do the same stuff. There is no deal, unfortunately. It's a little crazy. I mean, I can understand to an extent what's going on, but not to this extent. But you know what? If I have my own pains that I've struggled with my own electronics experiences, I like to just get out and share to people, because some people just say, you know what, I give up. It's too painful. I can't deal with this. I can't be on the phone all day. And they'll just say, oh, what the hell? Just go ahead and beat me up over the head. They'll pay the price, and then they'll regret it forever. And as soon as they get done paying for it, their phone isn't even worth half of what it's worth in the up front from the first place. So do yourself a favor. If you're looking to an upgrade, look at the way that I've handled it. It works out really well. If you don't want to deal with working on your SIM card and cutting it and making it smaller, they're on eBay. They're anywhere from 99 cents to $4.99. I mean, literally, total out of pocket can cost you little bit, the same or nothing, as long as you're willing to do a little bit of hustle. Get your phone, deal with the SIM card, reactivate it, which is pretty much you're going to do it anyway, and just to bother of selling your old phone, which in my opinion is fun. So it's literally a win-win for you. So take a win-win from them, because they're just getting richer and richer. Don't be a sucker. Don't be another sheep and let these people get rich off of your sweat and your back. Use your brain and do what's right for you. And I think that this is the way to do it. At least it is this right now. Next year might be another story, but for the time being, that's what I have to say about it, and I hope it serves you well. If you have any questions about what you're doing or what your deal is, I don't say to be a complete expert. However, I've been through this a few times for my own self and my family and whatnot. So this works. I can tell you, I have a new phone. I'm happy. I love it. It's everything I wanted it to be, and I hope that you can do the same.